we're doing oil on this 2012 Chevy Malibu. So, if you want to stick around, please watch this if you're curious or you just want to see what it's like to work on a car. We're going to go through some stuff. So, the first thing to do this correctly, you need a 9018. You can get this from, this is a Fram. This is their extra guard, which they should just call it guard. This is kind of their crappiest oil filter, but if you change them often enough, like every 3 to 5,000 miles max, doesn't matter. So we got this one. These are like $5. Okay, so we will need this in a sec. The next thing we're going to need is, so we'll set that here. You don't want to get that dirty. Yeah, 32 millimeter specific socket. That's going to go on inside the engine right here. I'll show you where that goes. And then you need a 15 millimeter socket and ratchet for down below on the oil. So first thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and take the oil filter off. So let's see if we can get this up higher. So find the oil filter. You're looking right at this little black cap. So this black cap is the oil filter. That's what this socket is for. You're going to set this on top of that. And then, see, can you see that okay? All right, then we're going to take the ratchet and we're going to ratchet that off. So let me set the camera here. This is raw video, so you're seeing the real way to do this. Not cut. Now, we're going to break this loose a little bit, and then we're going to make sure we have something underneath. So, this is righty, loosey, lefty, tighty. Wait. Righty, lefty, loosey, righty, tighty. There we go. So, give it a cinch. Loosen it a little bit. Now, we need something like this to catch the mess. So, we're going to go underneath, because we may catch some oil underneath. We don't want that all over the garage. So let's take this off. Now, I used to hate this design, but I don't know, as you can see, it's kind of coming out. I don't know if you can see that slowly. You know, I was able to do on my channel, which is now, so they actually have dollars, so I can see if on the top if someone's giving me money. Nobody's ever given me money, but I just think it's funny. I'm like, oh wow, I can give money. Do not do this for money, but it is fun. So now that that's loose, gotta get this off of there. So take that off. You might have to retighten that in a little bit to get the socket out. So now this is out. Set this somewhere, and you won't lose it because you're gonna need it again. The cap, we're going to just twist this sucker and take it right out. So what I was saying about this is, at least with Chevy, we're not dealing with a gooey mess everywhere, right? So it's kind of nice. So this is the old oil filter, and this is the new one. So always leave the old thing intact before you take the new one off. Because that way you can make sure you do this correctly. This is the O-ring. This O-ring looks good. I'm going to leave this on there. It comes with an extra one, but this one is totally fine. There was not a single leak on this, so we can leave that. It's not going to kill anything. So tip up is what we're going to do. So you take this right here, and you just kind of pry it off. Done. New one. Now we'll inspect this, but these should collect all the metal shavings and whatever else. There's a little bit of oil from me right now, so I'm going to push that in so it's actually in there. There. The plastic is supposed to go straight on here. That's funny. Alright, what are we doing wrong? There's no threads. There's supposed to be a slight pressure. Let me check this old one. Feel what that fits like. That's funny. That one fits perfectly on there. So we'll do the same thing. We'll just wiggle it. Come here, air filter. So I'm getting oil on it. Never do this at home. Okay. There. Now we're centered. And in there. I'm not sure why it was being so feisty, but okay, looks centered to you. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so now we're gonna put this oil filter back in. So this just goes back in the same hole. you can kind of finger tight on that 32 millimeter socket until you can get the socket in there. This might fit like this, it might not. So Chevy is the only one I know that does this weird design, and I say weird just because it's different than everything else. Doesn't mean it's bad. I don't have an oily, gooey mess everywhere, which is nice because many of the other oil filters you take off kind of get jacked up and make a mess everywhere. So we're gonna tighten this just to about what it was before, which is what we call hand tight. And I know everybody's hands are different, but you get it in there and give it a little more twist. It should get kind of. Okay, just like that. Tight enough. Oil is not going to go spraying out of there. And then we will check again to make sure that everything is good. So now, this is where the old oil filter is going to go inside this box for now. Now we got to go underneath the car. This is where the oil goes in. Well, let's drop below and loosen up the bottom. Okay. Let's see. Can you see what I see? Let me see if I can bring you guys down a little bit. Alright, let me see if you guys can see me. I think I need to switch my perspective here. What? Alright guys, it says my camera is disabled, so hold on, let me go off and come back.